Hello, I'm Craig Badcock from Unicorn Business Solutions. We help small business owners build a business that works for them rather than the other way around. Today I want to show you how small changes in your business can produce big results. In particular, I want to show you how 1 + 1 + 1, take away 1, can equal 35. This is a methodology or a technique that we've used for the past 16 years to help builders, tradies and manufacturers. Let's look at an example. Here's a profit and loss statement. Sales of $1 million, cost of goods sold of $700,000 consisting of wages of productive employees and materials and subcontractors of $400,000, providing a gross profit of $300,000. After expenses of $250,000, this provides a profit of $50,000. Now the first thing we want to do is move these figures around a little bit. So we move wages from cost of goods sold to expenses, no change in anything else, and we redefine gross profit so that gross profit is sales less materials and subcontractors, and gross profit is now $600,000. Now these numbers in themselves, if they were the results of your business, don't really tell us anything useful. They don't tell us why we've made a $50,000 profit, how we've made a $50,000 profit, or what we would have to change to improve that profit. So let's look at a little bit of additional information. In this case, this business owner is working on a markup on materials and subcontractors of 30%, an hourly rate for labour of $80, and during this particular period he paid 10,000 hours to productive employees. What we can work out from that information is that based on $400,000 cost of materials and subcontractors, at a 30% markup gives us $120,000. So $120,000 gross profit has come from markup applied to materials and subcontractors. Now if you recall, our gross profit was $600,000 in total. So if we deduct $120,000 that's come from materials and subcontractors, that leaves us with $480,000 that has come from labour. If we then divide that $480,000 by $80 an hour, we come up with a figure of 6,000 hours. So 6,000 hours have been charged out to customers. Let's have another look at that profit and loss statement with this information included. What we see now, obviously the same numbers working back to our $50,000 net profit, but we've got a little bit of a more useful calculation of our gross profit of $600,000. So our $600,000 is obviously still $1 million less the $400,000 cost of goods sold, which is materials and subcontractors. But that $600,000 we can see now is made up of 10,000 paid hours at 60% productivity to give us 6,000 invoiced hours. Then if we divide the 600,000 gross profit by the 6,000 invoiced hours, we come up with a figure of $100. Now we refer to that as gross profit per hour. So I'll just let you take that in. So we're just drilling down a few levels. We're looking at paid hours, productivity, invoiced hours, and gross profit per hour. Now what I want to do is look at what happens when we make some small changes to these key numbers. First change, we look at what happens if we increase our paid hours by 1%. So the paid hours would go from 10,000 to 10,100, which means that the charge hours would go from 6,000 to 6,060. The gross profit increases to 606,000. We also increase our wages expense by 1%, taking it from 300 to 303,000. And you can see that the net profit in this instance increases by $3,000 across the year. We'll then look at a second small change, an increase in productivity by 1%. So we can see that productivity was 60%. We apply a 1% increase, it moves to 60.6%. Our charged hours therefore increases to 6,121, and our net profit increases to $59,060. Let's look at a third change. An increase in gross profit per hour by 1%. So the gross profit per hour was $100, we increase it to $101. This pushes our gross profit up and our net profit to $65,221. Okay, let's look at a fourth change. Let's look at a reduction in our overheads by 1%. So we've negotiated a better price for something, or we've got some savings from somewhere. So $250,000 of overheads reduces to $247,500, and net profit has now moved to $67,721. And in round figures, that's an increase of 35%. Not bad for 1% changes. Now the interesting thing about that is that there probably isn't a business out there that couldn't make those same 1% changes. But what happens in real life? We've been working with clients for 16 years, helping them to measure the right things in their business and target improvements. And what happens in real life, from our experience over 16 years, is more like this. Productivity, when you start measuring it, is more likely to go from 60% to 75%. Now obviously it will vary in different businesses, but that magnitude of increase is certainly something that we regularly exceed with our clients. What happens is that the gross profit per hour is likely to increase from 100 to something more like 120. Now, if we move productivity from 60% to 75%, and we move gross profit per hour from 100 to 120, net profit moves from 50,000 to 350,000. And that is an increase of 600%. And that is very interesting. So the things that we need to remember: your numbers must be accurate. You must know and understand your numbers. Small changes can make a big difference. It is important to measure the right things. Your profit and loss statement doesn't give you this information, even if it's accurate. And targeting the right numbers will lead to improvement, even without any detailed strategies to improve them. This is a quote from Charles Darwin that I particularly like. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent, but the most responsive to change. And what I'm suggesting to you is that by changing what you measure in your business, changing what you focus on in your business will lead to improved results and will greatly increase the chances of you and your business surviving. So at Unicorn Business Solutions, we've been working with clients with this methodology for 16 years. We've helped clients across various industries use gross profit per hour as a pricing methodology, which has given them a competitive advantage in their marketplace. The methodology that I've outlined in this video works best as part of an integrated strategy. And to help you to see how this methodology can best help you, we're offering 10 business owners a free diagnostic review of your business, which is normally valued at $767. To take advantage of this offer, you need to email craig@unicornbs.com.au.